What is going on, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Man Up Real Talk podcast, the podcast for the people. I am your host with the most, Mr. Michael Wiley, saying greetings and salutations to all of you, our faithful followers and listeners. Look, I appreciate every like, every share, and click, download, and whatever it is that you do to support this podcast, because we know that had it not been for you, there would be no us. Now, for all of you all that's going to be joining us for the first time on this evening, I say welcome. And for everybody else that's back for a second help, and I say welcome back, because your boys is back on the air with the Man Up Real Talk podcast, the podcast for the peoples. And who are these people, you may be asking? Oh, I'm talking about it's me and you, your mama and your cousin too. I'm talking about all of us because we are the people. Look, it's Black History Month, y'all. It's time for y'all to be proud of who you are and stuff. The shortest, coldest month of the year.
Hey, man, quit hating on February, B. Hating on February.
Oh Lord, here we go. Why is February so special, Phil? Why is it so special?
They're a national holiday. I keep trying to tell you, man. It's birthday today, man.
Is it a national holiday today?
That's right. Happy birthday, Mr. Classic.
Listen, all y'all out there,
real birthday today.
It's Phil's birthday, so if you all can just type happy birthday in the chat, let him know that you appreciate him and that he's loved.
Don't do that, Mike. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
It's his birthday, so we got to say happy birthday to Mr. Classic. Look, man, happy birthday. What's you like? This your 53rd, 54th birthday?
No, B, ain't that old, home.
What is? You sure? I'm just.
Listen. 51, B.
Okay, all right. Well, happy birthday, sir. It's well deserved.
Look good, though. I still look good.
Man, look, look, black don't crack, son. This is what I be trying to tell people.
Mine don't crack at all. Look how cool that face is. Mine don't crack at all.
Bro, I'll be 46 this year. That's what I'm saying. I will be 46. Look, 46. Look at that profile. Look at that one. That's what I'm saying, man. 46 years old. Look pretty good. Black don't crack. That's what I keep telling people. But we here and we are. Yeah. Look, if you're in the chat, if you're in the chat, let me know that you is here because sometimes I see y'all, sometimes I don't. Mitzi, I see you. I appreciate you. Got Sister Karen Randolph in the building. I see you, Sister Karen. I appreciate you. Jackie is always here. Hello, Jackie. Who else is in here? Jennifer here. Oh, okay. I ain't seen Jennifer, but God bless your soul. I think Stephanie is in here, so we appreciate y'all. And whoever else is joining us, I see the wife is in here. Sister Kendra.
Thank you, sister-in-law. Love you.
Look at that. Oh, she's just so wonderful. God bless her ministry. God bless her ministry.
What did people say that though, Mike?
What?
Oh, God bless his ministry.
You know what? I don't know. It's just something that people say. Did you really just call me a jerk? That's terrible. But it's just something that people say. It's you know how
Michelle. That's Joe Daniels' wife, right?
Is that Joe Phillips' wife? Yeah. Listen,
how you doing?
I want to personally thank Michelle because she was a catalyst in actually connecting me and our guest is going to be coming up in a minute. Had it not been for her, we would not have connected. So, Sis Phillips, I appreciate you.
Yes, and thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, look, Miss Jathella Young. Y'all ain't see that. Miss Jathella Young is actually going to be another one of our featured guests.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she's actually going to be on next week. So y'all don't want to miss that one. All y'all broke folks.
Mike, don't start, Mike.
All right. All y'all that maybe kind of need a little guidance in how to better manage your finances. She's the one. You know, she that one. She is listen, I ain't just saying it just to say it. We got
some awesome people for this month. We really do.
Yeah, man, this
starting tonight with this one with the young lady tonight. We have some awesome people this for Black History Month.
This month is loaded. We got our guests on. We got our guest for tonight, which like I said, she'll be coming on. She'll be coming on later on. But we have Miss Alicia Dumas of All About Us Tours, which is awesome. She's gonna tell y'all all about her business. Next week on the 9th, we're gonna have Miss Jathella Young. She is the owner of Alpha and Omega Money Management. And then the week after that, we're going to have our brother Chef Ken Stevens,
my bro,
of the House of Love Catering Incorporated. Right. He's coming on. And then our last show, we got a treat for y'all. We got Mr. Alfred Golden
Right.
of Golden Label Studios. He is a young designer,
Y'all
and
don't want to
he,
miss. Y'all
man,
don't want to miss these episodes.
look,
They're gonna be
telling
good.
y'all,
No,
this ain't no fly by night stuff. We ain't just on here just to be talking. Y'all don't understand. I'm trying to make some moves. I'm trying to do some things. Trying to get some syndication,
try to get some sponsors.
money, some sponsors, son. That's what I'm
Trying to
trying
get
to
some
do. So we got,
sponsors. That's why you
yeah. So
see me.
look,
I'm not in the bed. Hold on, Mike. You see me, folks. Phil's
I
not in the bed no more. Phil sits
listen.
up now.
Let me say this.
We trying to get
I
some
want
sponsors going.
to say this, and it ain't even fun. I ain't even trying to be funny. I'm proud of you, sir, for
Yes,
getting out of the bed
I know what we're on.
and in a
Believe me, and it
chair.
don't look professional. It don't look professional with me laying back in the bed. I get it.
No, son, you was real comfortable. I was just waiting for
Yeah.
you to bring out the bearskin rug and just lay on that
No,
while you was
no,
doing the
at first,
podcast.
Mike. I told you, Mike. That was my little thing because I'm used to us doing audio, and when we do audio, I would lay back in the bed and talk. So I
Yeah.
had to get used to being on camera, but I know what we're trying to do, and it don't look professional with me laying back in the bed.
No, it don't. It don't. It
So
don't.
we're trying to do some things, people. But these episodes we got coming up, you all
Yeah.
gonna love it. Believe
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Hey Danielle, how you doing, sis?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Thank
real
you, baby.
cool. I think we got some good shows lined up and some
Yep.
great guests, and you all will not want to miss it whether you are here with us live or you're going to go back and view it at a later time. But this is a celebration of Black entrepreneurs, and I think an awesome segue to our guest. I wanted to mention one thing we want to do is not only is just celebrate Black excellence. Period. It's so many times, and it's so often when we look on the TV, it just always seems like it's they got us painted in such a negative light, and it's like it's upon us to not let the shade that they throw on us,
Mm-hmm.
cover what we do, cover our excellence, cover how great we are, and the great things that we have accomplished. Matter of fact, a lot of things in this world, in this society, wouldn't even be here had it not been for Black people. But that's a whole nother episode. You understand what I'm saying? But we still want to. I know this is the month that we
We're gonna do
celebrate.
that episode though, Mike. Even if we gotta do it in March, we're gonna do
Yeah,
a real Black History episode.
yeah, we are, and I think we're going to get Mr. Phillips on if we can. Eddie K, get him on, man, because
Yeah,
that
I
dude
want him to come
is.
on the show because that video. I'll be honest with you, his video changed my thought about the whole area summit on the $20 bill thing.
Listen,
He
if you
changed
guys
my
didn't,
whole thought about it. So
he cha-
I would love to have him on the show.
he changed my mind about that, man.
Yeah,
I was just
man.
like, I didn't think about it that way, but the way he put it, I was
I
like, all
watched this
right,
video about 3 or 4 times. Like, you know what? He
yeah,
making so much sense right now. So we got. I just want him out on the show just to talk about things. He ain't got
yeah.
nothing specific.
Yeah, he made an excellent point. So listen, I want to tell y'all about something. Y'all may not know this, but there is a travel agency that's based in Atlanta called Henderson Travel Services. I just want to read this for y'all. Henderson Travel Service has a long and distinguished history in African travel and tourism. Henderson Travel first opened its doors in Atlanta, Georgia in 1955 as the first truly appointed African American owned travel agency. In 1955, which was the same year that Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat.
We're not for
Just
jump
saying.
that, Mike. Be quiet.
I'm not going on that. I'm
Stay on
not going
point,
on
Mike.
that.
Stay on point.
But the same year that she decided not to give up her seat, and this was during the time that a lot of African Americans couldn't freely travel across town to the Deep South because of segregation. Brothers Freddie and Jake Henderson were coordinating and promoting African American travel to Europe and soon thereafter to Africa. In 1957, before commercial airlines were flying to Africa, because at that time it was still referred to as the Dark Continent, it was necessary for the Hendersons to charter an airplane to take the first group of American tourists to Ghana to celebrate its independence and the inauguration of Kwame Nkrumah as Africa's first Black president. That trip to Ghana independence celebration was the catalyst for what became a multifaceted company involved in heritage tourism and tourism development projects throughout Africa. That pivotal trip in 1957 was the beginning of Henderson Travels and promoting travel to Africa, for which they have numerous distinctions and awards over the last 6 decades from various heads of state, African countries, and travel industry associations and organizations. Now, I had never knew, I had no knowledge of Henderson Travel Agency, and for that matter, that they was the first official Black travel agency. So kudos to them.
That's why I
Salute
said
to
we're gonna have
them.
a real Black history
Yeah, man.
episode.
Bro, it's so much stuff when it comes
Yeah,
to Black history and the things that we do is so awesome.
that
Now,
we
I
don't
know
know about though.
that we don't know about. Now, I know I'm talking about Henderson Travel and they do trips to Africa and Ghana. Maybe you don't want to go. Maybe you ain't trying to go out of country. Maybe you want to do something, maybe you want to do something a little local. Then our next guest, I think, is somebody who you would want to speak to. Our next guest is Miss Alicia Dumas, who is the owner and CEO of All About Us Tours. And I'm going to bring her on right now and I want y'all to give her a big old man up welcome. Alicia, is you there?
Yes, I am.
God bless you, darling. I appreciate you. How you doing on this evening?
I am doing quite well, and God bless you as well.
Listen, we glad to have you on, and we just wanted to celebrate you as being a Black entrepreneur and appreciate what you're doing. And because what you're doing is an inspiration, believe it or not, to a lot of people. There are a lot of folks out there that want to start a business, or maybe they started and it didn't quite work out. You can be maybe that inspiration that hopefully to get them to either starting a business or maybe just picking it back up. So I appreciate you coming on.
Okay, I appreciate you having me. I truly do.
Yeah, look. Oh, the
First,
people.
I want to say happy birthday.
Look at that. Look at that.
So much. Thank you.
51 looks pretty good on you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Phil, you 51? I missed that whole part.
Yeah.
Man, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Good job. Look, the people's excited. Look at that. Praise God. All right. Hey, Alicia, I see you. Hey, Sister Sibby in the building. Hey, Sister Sibby, I appreciate you. Yeah, Karen. Thank you, Karen. So listen, Alicia, this is your time to shine. What I want you to do, if you will, I want you to talk to the people, tell them a little bit about you, and tell them a little bit about All About Us Tours, what it is, what inspires you to get into it. I'm going to give you the mic and let you have the floor and do your thing.
Well, thank you so very much. Well, I actually started in tourism back in 2005. I started working for Chicago Trolley and Double Decker Company. And in starting to do tours, I didn't know as much as I thought that I knew about events here in Chicago. So it actually led me to want to know more and to know more and to know more. And I reflected on the time when I was in high school, back in the 80s and 70s and things like that. We didn't have African-American history, just was not taught in school, So when in my junior year, my U.S. history teacher decided to take it upon herself, since 98% of her class was Black, that we needed to know more. So, we grew up knowing about Dr. King and Mother Rosa Parks, and we knew about Brother Malcolm, but we didn't know anything past that. We knew that these people fought through the Civil War, not the Civil War, the Civil Rights Movement, but we didn't know anything past that. So it kind of sparked my interest. And as I'm actually, learning about the city through this company, I began to understand that African-American history not only resides in the Bronzeville community or Inglewood or somewhere like that, but it's throughout the entire city itself, actually throughout the entire state of Illinois. And as African Americans or Black people, however, a lot of people get upset if you call them African Americans. But if it wasn't for us, there would not be a United States of America. There wouldn't be the chairs you sit on, the mics you're talking in, the cars you drive. We are responsible for so much of society that people don't realize. And my heart goes out to the young people, our young people are growing up void of all of this knowledge. And especially over here in the Bronzeville community where I do the majority of my tours, I would love to be able to reach out to the young people and bring them in on some things, educate them and get them to know you are more than what somebody told you that you wasn't. You are more, because the people that lived over here in Bronzeville, I'm just using that specific area. The people that lived in Bronzeville, we've read their poetry, we've seen them on television, we've heard about the things, but not knowing that these people live right here on the south side of Chicago. Music and literature and all of these things actually came from the south side of Chicago. We've had politicians and so many business owners. So I hear a lot of people say, well, there's no opportunity for me. We can't make it. But when I begin to tell you the story of some of the struggles that Black people went through, they didn't have the resources that we have today.
Come on now.
And they did it. They made it. Whatever they had, just like God told Moses, when Moses was like, what am I going to do? I back us up against this sea here. God said, what is that in your hand? What is that in your hand? So I want Black people to know, what is it that you have in your hand, baby? You can make it work. Don't tell me that you can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. What's in your hand?
Don't have me to take up no offering up in here. I will look. We about to pass the plate up in here, boy.
But yeah, I mean, it's interesting because my tour company, I started in 2018. Okay. And but I had a little setback last year in 2020. The doctors, 2019, where the doctors had said that I had third stage cancer, some kind of triple negative thing. I can't never think of the name of it, but it's some long name. So I was out and down for a whole year. I lost all my hair. My hair is just now kind of trying to grow back. So I had a minor setback. And at one point, I just didn't see myself succeeding in this. And I didn't have an income. And, but in the midst of that, I couldn't pay my rent. I couldn't pay my bills. I didn't lose my van. I didn't lose my car. I didn't lose my apartment. I didn't lose anything. And I was sitting one day and I said, Lord, if it had not have been for you on my side, where would I be?
Right.
Hallelujah.
Right.
I'm telling you, God is amazing. And sometimes we don't realize that God will put certain people in positions to help bring you along.
Come on.
Now, this company of mine, All About Us Tours, and God actually gave me that name because when I started working for the other company, the other bus company, we would branch out and do tours in different communities. So I learned a little bit about the Little Italy area and Greektown and Hyde Park and Kenwood, Chinatown, all of these different places. Mm-hmm. So it does not matter the group of people that I had, because at that moment, if you're Polish, at that moment, it's all about us. Right. If you're Chinese, at that moment, it's all about us. Because I can pull us, Black people, up from any community in the city of Chicago, and it will blow your mind, the things that we have done right here, not across the world, but right here in Chicago.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, first of all,
thank you for the beautiful word.
Yes, I appreciate you, and I ain't even being funny. I appreciate that because it's so funny you mentioned that, because we just had a class on the other night, and we were talking about Moses and talking about his obedience to God. And when you think about how you went through all of the stuff that you went through, and how you could have used that as an excuse to say, well, I'm just not going to do it. I can't do it. But you didn't let that stop you from doing what I believe that the Lord meant for you to do, which is to educate and to bring enlightenment to our people in a way that's not being done. Because I can tell you, like I said, I'll be 46 this year. And there is so much of Chicago that I've never even seen. and I've been born and raised here. Now, just to think, and then you're talking about not only just not knowing the city, but then not knowing the historical aspect and how African Americans are rooted in the city and how important we were to the city. And like you said, you can go to Greektown and Pilsen and all these other areas, and you can still pull us from those areas that are now currently dominated by other ethnicities. That's a powerful thing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when you think about our kids, and we had this conversation a little while ago, and that was one of the things that bugs me the most, is that we'll never have that experience of knowing where we really came from. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can go back to grandma, great grandma, and maybe even great great grandma, but for a lot of us, that's probably it. You know, you have other cultures, they can go back to, well, my people came from so and such in this part of Switzerland, and then they came here in 18, this, that, and the other, and they know their lineage, but that was snatched from us. And so I think it's upon us to be able to teach and to let the young people know, especially, listen, man, you better than what's out here on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
You're greater than what they keep, how they portraying you on TV. You know,
That's right.
you are a descendant from kings and queens.
Kings and queens, honey.
Man, so that stuff is important. But listen, man,
but
you got
what, Mike? Not
you got me. No, you good. Go ahead, man. I'm trying to recover.
Yeah, that was a word. That was a
yes,
word.
Sir.
For real. But I think that's one of the main problems, especially with the youth today. They don't know where they come from. That's why we was talking about when we was on last podcast. Yeah. It's gonna be up to us to make sure that the generation behind us teach the history. So we're gonna have to re-educate ourselves on some things. That's why it's so important that even if it's in March, we're gonna have a real Black History episode on here. We're gonna talk about a lot of adventures that Black folks did that we might not know about. So we can,
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. So Alicia, let me ask you, as a business owner, what were some of and this is for those that may be looking to start a business or however the situation may be. And you guys, if you have any questions, put your questions up there so we can. If you have any questions for Alicia, post them. We'll make sure we get them out there so we can ask her. But I want to ask you, as a business owner, what are some of the challenges, and maybe even as a Black business owner that's doing tours in Chicago, what were some of the challenges that you were faced with or that you came up against as you began that venture?
Well, you know what? Not somebody trying to call me. The biggest challenge challenge that I had was, believe it or not, I didn't believe in myself. Growing up, I grew up with a lot of hatred. And some of the things that were said to me growing up, when I got to be a certain age, I began to believe it. So I didn't think I was ever going to be anything. I didn't think I was ever going to accomplish or achieve anything. So I went through my lifetime searching for love, searching for direction. I knew what I am good at. I'm good at talking. I'm good at telling stories. I'm good at helping people and loving people and all of these things. But I never thought that I would get to a certain point because I believed what the folks said about me and what they said to me. You're stupid. You're slow. You ain't gonna never make it. You ain't gonna never do nothing. So I carried that for many years. Then I was in and out of bad relationships, and marriage didn't work, and kids just went crazy on me, and just things. Then the cancer, and it was a struggle. But then, like I said, I sat here last year. I didn't have anything. I didn't have no income. I lost my job. But by the grace of God, I didn't lose any. I didn't lose my apartment, my car, my van. I didn't lose my bank account. Everything got paid, and I'm still up and running. And that was God that gave me that extra joke and say, girl, if you don't go head on, I'll knock you down. So here I am. I'm back at it again. And I am determined to succeed because he says that life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Absolutely.
And if you got a decision to make, you always choose life. And the people that talk about you, that's okay, because God gonna make room for your enemies. That He gonna make room for them. But God has gifted each and every one of us with something. There's something that I do effortlessly that you can't do. Something that you do effortlessly that somebody else can't do, but that's our gift. And God has made room for us. So I like to tell stories. So all of my tours is about, hey, I'm gonna tell you a story.
Okay.
You know, we're gonna talk about this thing. And so, like with the contest that I have, it's been kind of rough, and I know due to the pandemic and things of that nature. So I have a van. I have a 12-passenger van for my tours. But due to the pandemic, I'm only putting 7 people in there, you know, kind of keep the people spaced out and everything. Right, but God is going to bless me with a larger bus. I know that He will. And so this is where I'm starting with what I have in my hand. This is what I'm starting with. And so from here, this is going to cause me to excel to where God is really wanting to take me. So I'm on my way to recovery. There's nothing stopping me now.
That's right. That's right.
Listen,
nothing.
That's right.
We got we got a thing in church for our church this year. Our theme is "This is that year."
That's right.
So whatever it is that you was looking for, whatever it is that you may have lost in the pandemic, this is that year for you to recover it. If you were sick last year, this is that year for you to get healed. If you was depressed, this is that year for you to lift up your head. If you whatever heavy burdens you've been carrying, this is that year for those burdens to be lifted. This is that year. So whatever it is, all that stuff that y'all went through all last year, all of those things that all the hardships and stuff and the stuff that was taken away from you, this is that year.
That's it.
For you to recover all of those things and
to recover all
things. Now, you said something that I thought was it was heart-wrenching, but I wanted to ask you when you said that you didn't believe enough in yourself. And I know one of the things when we try to do anything, fear plays a big part in that, and we often talk ourselves out of doing stuff. But the labels that you know, when you were saying that you're not good enough because of this and because of that, and you said people were telling you that, was it people in the industry or was it people that were close to you that were putting that on you?
It was my family.
Wow.
My mother, my uncles, my cousins, my aunts. Wow. And that just go to show you that the enemy don't care nothing about you. And he works through the people that is supposed to love you, that is supposed to nurture you and take care of you. He works through them. And how better way is he going to hurt you? That's going to hit you dead in your heart. So then you begin to believe those things. And if you believe it, it'll hit every vital organ in your body and you begin to live that thing. And I did.
Wow. So what would you say was the catalyst that brought you out of that? Because a lot of times people don't recover, you know, because we are, especially when it's family that's telling you what you can't do, what you can't accomplish. You're not this, you're not that. You know, these are the people, like you said, who are supposed to love you and encourage you. And they're the ones that's throwing the dirt on you. How do you recover from that? Or how did you recover from that? What was the thing?
I didn't realize anything, to be honest with you, until I give my life to the Lord. And ever since I've been saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost, ever since then, God has just been right after the other, just doing it. Right. And God spoke to me. One day I came home from church and I was feeling, I don't know how I was feeling. I was feeling real bad in my spirit. And the Lord spoke to me Well, my angel, but the Lord sent a message. And the angel said, God said that he did not make you to be inferior to no one.
Mm.
And I'm looking around. I know I'm in this house by myself. So I said, okay, well, I must be tripping. I'm dreaming. So I go on, try to go back to sleep. The voice said it again. God said that he did not make you to be inferior to no one.
That's right.
Man.
So if God thought enough of me to send me that message at a time when I was going through and feeling like I was trash.
Come on now.
Honey, please. And look, ain't no stopping me now.
That's right.
Because God has given me something to do. And I want to educate not only our children, but I want to educate the adults as well. You know, and sometimes working with the kids, that'll allow me to get to the adults.
Yes.
But through this, you know, I want the kids to know that back in the days, you know, the people, they didn't have education. They didn't nothing. But just like the slaves, when you mentioned a little earlier about, you know, you could just give up on some of the things that you've been through. Mm-hmm. But when you think about the slaves, they had more reason than anybody to give up. Absolutely. You know, they didn't know if they was going to get beat today. They didn't know if they was going to get raped. They didn't know what was going on, how long they was going to be in the field. But that didn't stop them from creating the things that we still use today.
That's right.
It didn't stop them. So if they went through what they went through, what is it that you going through that you can't make it?
Absolutely. Listen,
she is giving a word tonight, people.
You preaching tonight. I'm gonna put. Look, we're gonna have to put her Cash App up there so y'all can send her something. Man, look, and do you know what though? What kills me
is just somebody that's listening.
No, seriously.
Somebody.
Everything she said is legit. Because the funny thing about it is like, and we, even me and my wife, we experienced this when we were trying to start a business. It's like the people who you thought would be the ones to say, hey, that's going to be great. Oh, you can work that out. You can do this. It seemed like they gave you every reason for you not to do it. You know, like, nah, that ain't gonna work because somebody else can do this or somebody else is doing this, or, you know, it's already X amount of things out there that's doing the same thing that you doing. Like every reason that they could possibly give you to
But you see, you have to understand that if you two are on the radio together.
Yes, ma'am.
How he catches the people's audience, you know, in the audience is how he does it. How you capture the people in the audience is how you do it.
Absolutely.
There's 100 tour companies out there, but there's only one me.
See,
hey,
come on.
Hey.
That's how I look at it.
Look, I tell the people all the time, Alicia, I be like, listen, I know it's like about 1 million podcasts out there, but ain't none of them got me on them. None of them.
There you go.
Listen, I believe that thing. And you know what though? And we got to be careful also. This is something that I learned. You have to be careful with the vision that God gives you. Mm-hmm. And because a lot of times that vision ain't for everybody.
That's right.
Sometimes it's just for you and it's for you to do what he gave you to do. Mm-hmm. A lot of times what we mess up is we get out there and we start telling folks what we doing or what we're going to try to do. And we don't realize that the devil got dream killers placed in our midst.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Waiting for you to say something so they can say, nope, you can't do it. You ain't going to do it. It can't happen. So a lot of times you need to keep that thing to yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes what God has for you is just for you, man.
Man, I'm telling you.
That's right. Because I'm experiencing that as well. I had because I got excited about what I'm doing and what's going on. Mm-hmm. So, of course, I want to go tell my so-called friends and tell this person and tell that person. Right. And people look at me like I'm crazy and it hurt. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm done telling y'all anything. I'm finna do this thing. Next time y'all see me, hey, I'm going to be living in that mansion right there on the corner of 37 and King Drive. Y'all better watch out. And I ain't playing.
You know what's crazy? You know how many times I done passed that thing? I was like, hey, I want that right there. Man, look.
Yep, that's the old oh Lord, I can't think of his name. But yeah, no, that's my house. What you talking about?
I know.
It's real nice, Mike. It's real nice.
Look,
That one you talking about is real nice.
she done already staked claim on it, man. I ain't gonna look. I don't know. We're gonna be warned in the spirit on that one because
Listen, I go by there in my van and I sit there and pray in front of that place. That's my house.
Ooh, Lord. Look, Michelle said we're about to break out into some old Negro spirituals. Look,
And I want to thank. Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're all right. Kelly said.
But I want to, since
I'm
on the radio, I want to thank Michelle
for
what she's done. She has truly been in my corner.
Yes.
And she does great work, graphics, and all of these things. She is awesome. So I just want to say thank you, Michelle Phillips, for all you've done for me.
Look, she has championed you through this whole process. I remember when I put it out there. Now I'm gonna tell you, this is how black folks are. I'm gonna tell on y'all right now. Tell you how, hold on. I need to let me tell you how black folks are. Now, I had put the thing out there. It's like, listen, if you got a business, do this, you can, hit me up. I want to celebrate you. You ain't got to pay no money. This is a free plug. I'm putting you out there, putting your business out there, let the folks know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Free advertisement. Now, ain't nobody reached out, ain't nobody said nothing. And then when I started calling folks, they like, well, I need to see what I can do. I ain't finna chase you to give you time.
Not at all.
That's right.
Not at all.
Let me come off this camera. Y'all done lost y'all mind.
No, we ain't about to do that. We ain't about to do that now.
Excuse my French. I ain't chasing you niggas down to give you time.
That's right.
Crazy.
That's right.
That's crazy to me. So I just said, you know what? I'm not. Whoever the Lord leads to me, that's who I'm gonna do. Michelle, Amen. I saw her. Look, Michelle was tagging folks in that thing. Every time I looked up, I was getting a call from somebody. And actually, what was the other young lady name? I can't think of her name right now, and I hate that because she has a catering service also. She do all kind of stuff. She do
Cynthia Munden.
Cynthia, thank you so very much, because Cynthia reached out to me, but I had already spoke to some other people that had confirmed before I was able to put her on. But I definitely want to plug her because she has I think it's a catering service. Yes. And she does baked goods. She was even running a Valentine's special at one point in time. Yes. So fellas, if you all, Michelle, if you still watching, if you can put her information in the chat.
Yeah, please put her information in the chat, Michelle.
Y'all need to check her out because she got cake pops, all that stuff. She even got a little basket. I think you and Jackie might dig, Phil, because it was made with a little dark liquor. I'm just saying, I ain't putting nothing out there, but it's out there.
Man? You know what? Hey, see, you know what I'm saying, man. You was doing good. You was doing real good, man. It's my birthday. Relax, man. Relax.
But check her out though, fellas. If you ain't got if you ain't got your plans already, if you don't know what to get her, check her out. She might got a little package or something that can work for you that you may enjoy. There it is. It's Colorful Cafe LLC. So if we get the link to it, Michelle, if you get the link to it, post it so that people can get the link. But yeah, it's listen, sometimes the people that you think is in your corner are the ones that want you to fail the most. Yeah. She already got the link up there while I'm talking. Look at that.
Yep, she put it in there already.
Put it in there.
Yep.
Yeah. So y'all click on that link and check her out. And I don't know if Cynthia's watching or if y'all talk to her, let her know that I appreciate her.
Let's be serious about supporting our own people.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about supporting our own, and let's actually really in 2021, let's actually really get serious about supporting our own instead of just always saying it. Let's start supporting these black businesses like we claim we do.
Talk to them, Phil. Tell them why don't we support our black businesses, Phil? What you think it is?
Why we don't?
Yeah, why you think we don't support it?
We had that conversation already, Mike. I don't want to go through that conversation again.
Listen, we had the conversation, but the people ain't had the conversation. So why you think it, sir?
You tell them. You tell them why.
Okay, look, here's the thing. I think the reason why we don't support each other is because we see ourselves as our biggest competition.
Yep.
But now that's years though of programming, because we've been in situations for so long where it's always I got to get mine, and you get yours the best way that you can. That we
started on the plantation.
Yeah, we
It
still
really
have.
started on the boat over here. To be honest with
Yep.
you, when they started dividing us up, it's about skin colors and all that.
Yeah. And I used to be the one to be like, yeah, we like crabs in the barrel. We like crabs in the barrel. But then you have to ask yourself, who put the crabs in the barrel?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, we do some stuff to hold each other down, but it's like, how did we get in that situation? Why are we fighting to get to the top? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just like Brother Robert Sands, I don't know if he's still on here, but he has a show on Fluent Radio. My brother Sean, who was in here earlier, he has a show. All of us do pretty much the same thing, but why do I have to view them as my competition? You know what I mean? Why do I have to say, well, man, he doing this, so I can't support him and I can't support him?
Right.
That's crazy talk. Now, anybody that know me, y'all already know that I'm not saying support black businesses just because they black. Because I believe if you're going to have a business, you
support
need to
good
run,
black businesses.
you need to run with excellence.
It got to be a good business now. That's other now. It got to be a good business.
I'm not just saying just support it just to support it, but we need to get into the habit of supporting each other and putting money back and investing money back into our own people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And exactly, Bun. We got to collaborate sometimes. You know, there's some things that maybe I can do that you can't do, but together we can accomplish great things.
That's right.
So we gotta do better with that. So,
and don't be afraid to help somebody that's doing the same thing that you're doing. Don't be afraid to help somebody.
Man,
help somebody.
If we can just get out of that, I tell you, we'll be all right. Listen, Alicia, if you can give any aspiring entrepreneurs, if you wanted to give them, or any word of advice that you can give them, what would that be? What would you tell them to kind of give them a little edge in that direction?
That, sometimes in life we're going to have setbacks, we're going to have letdowns, we're going to get back, as some of the old folks would say sometimes. But it don't matter, because God has given each and every one of us a gift, and we have to focus and put our minds to the plow, as they say, and we have to move forward. You can overcome anything. When Jesus died, he said that we are now overcomers. We can achieve anything that we put our minds and our hearts to. If you look at it, the drug boys out there on the corner, you got 4 or 5 boys standing in one corner. You got a doctor, you got a lawyer, you got a chemist, you got a mathematician, you got all of them on that corner, and they're taking their gifts and they're using it in the negative way, but it seemed to be working for them. So if they can take their gifts and use it in a negative way, what God has given you, you take it and turn that thing around, baby. There's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing, no matter what anybody say, because if somebody say something against you that's negative, it's not from God, because what God has made is good. Trust me. He said, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, which are thoughts of peace and not of evil. So any negativity that come to you, it's not of God, because God has given you everything that you need to go forth in Jesus' name. Amen.
Come on. Now look.
She got me hyped, Mike. She got me so hyped right now. It's ridiculous, man.
Listen, if you ain't get no inspiration from that, I don't know.
Man, if you ain't get nothing from nothing she said, something is wrong with you.
I'm just saying, look, if you ain't get nothing from nothing that was said tonight, we just need to have a revival. We just
talk about motivation.
Don't start.
Listen, we need to lay some folks prostrate and just throw some oil on them.
Hallelujah.
Because listen,
thank you.
I keep telling y'all that we ain't just doing this just to do it. You know,
No.
this thing is for real, and you have to understand that everything is for a reason. God equipped each and every last one of us to do what we were purposed to do, and a lot of times it's that fear that keep us from doing it.
Yes.
A lot of times it's people in your life that keep you from doing it. And we have to be able to overcome that fear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stop making excuses. Because that was another thing with Moses that we talked about, is that when God wanted him to go to Egypt, he thought he made every excuse he could
Sure
to
did.
say, listen, now I mean, I just can't do it because I stutter. And he's like, I got you. Don't worry about it. Look, I turned that staff to a serpent. You good? Yeah, God, but I can't do this. I can't do that. And it was just every excuse he could to do it. But God is telling them, listen, I got you.
I got you.
Got you. So whatever it is that you all are trying to do out there, whether it's start a business, maybe you had a business and you let it go, for whatever reason, and maybe you've had some unfortunate setbacks, don't let that be the deterrent, because I promise you, God got you.
Yes, he does.
All you got to do is just look, I say it every time, just go forth and be great.
Yes.
Right.
That's all you got to do. So before we let Miss Alicia go, almost
Man,
want
this
this
was
thing.
great. This was great, man.
I
This
almost
was
want this
great.
to go on for another half hour, but I can't because I got
Man,
classes.
we got
Any
class.
any questions for Miss Dumas before we leave? Any questions, business related, whatever it is that you got. I saw an interesting question earlier, that I thought was kind of cool, and I admit they've been commenting so much I can't even go
Yeah.
back. My goodness.
I've been
Okay,
paying
y'all,
attention. I mean, I've been listening to Hustle. I've been paying attention to. I haven't paid attention to none of these comments because
y'all really
I was just
okay.
what she was talking about.
Here it is. I thought this was cool. So Michelle Phillips is asking, in your former career, when you did the double decker tours and stuff like that, can you tell us about any or some of the more interesting clients that you had? Now, have you actually did any tours with anybody famous? Have you met any famous people doing any tours?
Child, listen, where do I begin? Um, yes, I have. I've done tours all over the city of Chicago. In 2005, I actually was a part of the World Series with the Chicago White Sox. So I got a chance
Nice.
to. I was driving Minnie Minosa around,
Oh
getting a chance to tell
man.
him some things, talk about certain things here on the South Side. In 2008, I was with the U.S. Olympic team,
Oh wow.
and I got a chance to meet Kobe Bryant and Carmelo
Wow.
Anthony and all of these guys, and got a chance to drive them around a little bit. I
Wow.
also was a part of President Obama when he was voted president. I got a chance to meet people from all over the world that were here that night. Got a chance to drive people around, tell them about some things as we were making our way from the hotel down Lakeshore Drive over to Grant Park. 2013, with the Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh man.
2017, I was down in Texas, in Houston, for the Super Bowl down there. But you name it. So you asked this question. So 2016, I was a part of the Cubs the Cubs
World Series.
World Series event. So I got a chance to talk to. I had all of our political people, like the mayor, the governors, the senators, and all of them, like on my bus. So I got a chance to talk to them about the park, the area, and different things as well. So I've had a pretty good career, and last year I had the opportunity to go to Kansas City for the Super Bowl. So
Wow.
yeah, so I've had a pretty interesting career. I've driven people around Chicago. I worked for Oprah, Channel 26, you name it. So I've gotten a chance to meet quite a few people.
Wow.
No.
Man, she been rubbing elbows with all the
Yeah.
with a lot of these one percenters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, so now Kendra had a question. She asked, do you have an LLC or are you an S corp, and which one do you think is better?
I have a LLC license.
Okay. So you have an LLC. So Kendra, she has an LLC. Jennifer says, what Black historical places? Oh, let me put a question up here. She said, what Black historical places do you recommend that's not common to us? So now your tours are actually, if you think about it, they kind of go off of the beaten path in terms of what people normally tour in Chicago. So what she's at the LLC, Kim. So which what areas would you recommend that maybe some of us common folk that don't know the city like that will go?
Well, if you all remember Jewtown back in the day.
Yes.
You remember you used to love going to Jewtown, and at the end of your shopping you got that politicization.
Man,
well,
look,
before the Dan Ryan Expressway was actually there, Jewtown ran down Maxwell Street, which went to like Jefferson, going straight down.
Right.
So in the midst of that, right where where the Dan Ryan is now, the Jews, when Black folks was coming up during the time, when they were coming up, oh God, oh Lord, I can't call the name of it, but when they were leaving the South coming north,
okay,
the Jews actually had an area right where that expressway is, and it was called the Bottoms. And in the Bottoms, this is where the Jews actually put a lot of those Black families. The conditions living there were they were very poor. They very seldom had running water and things like that. But right where the Dan Ryan is, Halsted, Maxwell Street went all the way across there. And right in that area, there was a place called the Bottoms, where the Jews actually encamped themselves around African Americans that were coming up from the South.
Wow.
Wow.
Man,
we got a lot of history in Jewtown.
Phil, we're gonna have to do a tour, bro.
Yeah, We're
gonna have to do a tour.
I didn't even know that. I did not even know. I'm about to do a little bit more research about that right there.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wow.
So Evangelist Sylvia said you have a great platform to witness the gospel. Jay
I am a licensed evangelist at the Church of God in Christ.
Look, if you didn't know, I'm just saying. Look, Jay said, "Can I come to your church to hear you preach?"
Sure.
You got my little nephew motivated.
Yeah.
That's how powerful what you was talking about. That's how powerful it was.
Yeah. Oh, Cynthia's here. Hey, she said Cynthia says that she is so proud of you. Oh,
yes, and you too, Cynthia.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
See. Cynthia Quinethel, that's deep. Yeah, that's crazy.
That was real deep. Yeah, that
is.
Deep. Yes, that story
is
real deep.
Oh my God! So look, it is 6:59. So we
we got master class, man. We got to get into that Bible. We got to get into that Bible.
I know. Look, I just want to first of all just say thank you.
Yes,
and
thank you so much.
I appreciate not only just you coming on as a guest, but I appreciate the word of encouragement, and I just appreciate just how you ministered, because it's what you did. You ministered, I believe, not only to me, but I believe you also ministered to those that's watching and to those that's going to watch later. Jay, I can't do 10 more minutes, man. I want to, but I can't. I
wish you could, nephew. We got a class we got to get to.
I really can't. Yeah, man. But man, Alicia, I thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm hoping that maybe we can Man Up and All About Us can do a collaboration tour or something. Man. That'll be awesome. But I just I thank you. I bless you. I pray that the Lord not only continue to bless you, but bless your business so that it grows exponentially.
Amen.
We speaking mini bus. That's what we speaking. We ain't talking about no van.
Amen.
We speaking a bus. We need you.
Amen.
Let's say, look, we speaking charter. I need y'all to type charter service in the chat right now. I need somebody to type charter service right now. in
Thank
this
you.
chat
I try to
because
throw up the end of y'all.
listen,
Please.
because I believe that God is going to do some things for you. I just
Yes.
believe that. I believe that. I look at how you just took what life gave you, what people tried to throw on you, and how you just said, nope, the Lord said, no, go forth. And not only did you went forth, but you went forth and you are being great. Come on, y'all. I see it. Come on. Look at that. Charter service.
There you go.
Charter
There you
service.
go. Come on,
Charter
y'all.
services.
Amen.
Charter
There you
services.
go.
Jesus.
That's
We
right.
touching and agreeing on tonight.
Jesus.
We are touching and agreeing
Hey.
on tonight.
Hey.
All about us tours. Y'all gonna be hearing about that double decker bus. Come on, that's what I'm talking about.
Amen.
Double decker bus. We speaking it out. Look, you're gonna have to hire some drivers. That's how
Yes.
we
Yes.
doing it. We're gonna have to hire some drivers for All About Us tours. Look, All About Us tours is gonna blow up. Look, y'all better get on board while the bus is still parked because
Amen.
once
Mike,
it get going.
you know what? One day we got to take the wives on one of the tours.
Yeah, man. Look, but you know what?
I
I would love to do some stuff with the kids, though, man. That's what I really want to do.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying, Phyllis, and it is so. Charter services, come on.
Amen.
That's what I'm talking
Amen.
about. But it is 7:00, Alicia. Listen. I know I just met you, but I love you, darling, and I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you for that inspirational word you gave tonight.
yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Amen.
I appreciate all of you all that joined us on tonight, but that is it for us. Miss Alicia Dumas of All About Us Tours. We love her. We appreciate her.
Yeah.
We may even have her back on talking about some other things.
Okay.
We may do a virtual revival on Man Up. I don't know what we're gonna I don't know what we're gonna do, but we gotta do something. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for tuning out. And until we talk again, my friends, y'all get 2 fingers to the side. Holla at your boys because we are out.
Peace.
Peace.